Oh God, yeah. My neck finally feels free for once. No one's breathing down it, telling me to do this, telling me to do that. It's kind of feel like we can just do it without them. I mean, the response was great. I mean, I think we look good. The caricatures, I mean,
beautiful, low maintenance, easy breezy.
Easy.
I've been in that chair before. Now we're sharing, and you're in the big chair, and I think you look at home there. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to not have a one.
I have to say, this isn't that hard, dude. I mean, this is, people give him a lot of
Dare
credit.
say easy? Do you feel like
dare I say it's easy? Yeah, I mean, don't want to give me the old
wall a little bit.
Don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
I already ordered the margarita machine. You know, the one that he was like, no, we can't do it.
Let's go. Yes.
Done. Yeah.
I mean, you've been pushing for that margarita machine forever. I mean,
since 3 o'clock. Yeah.
Can we all give ourselves the old Barry H, the old Barry Horowitz here? Just a nice little pat on the back. I mean,
good job, everyone.
Frankie Happy Hour over
you
here.
backstabbing motherfuckers.
Who is that? What is that?
Backstabbing motherfuckers.
Oh, wait, he wasn't supposed to be
so nice. Oh, well, would you look at this? I wanted to come on here with my black pencil, by the way, to note the dark day that this is. Yes, I switched it up for all of you to note that this is such a dark day, but there's so many good vibes. There's been like 4 Mensch references already on the program.
What is this? Like, how did you even get into our mainframe? How did you hack the system? What is this? You didn't even have any music or anything ready? Like, we were supposed to be like, well, oh, by God, that's Helwani's music. I mean,
no, we crash the party. That's what we do. That's the kind of entrance that we have. You guys look fantastic. I'm sitting here like a proud father. I didn't even want to crash the party because I was having so much fun, except for that little bit at the end there about, you guys not having anyone breathing down your neck. I'm watching this like a proud father. I may never come back. I've seen some of the comments, by the way. Oh,
yeah, I think we're cool with it.
Helwani's gone. No one. I may never come back.
I think we're cool with it, man. Enjoy vacation. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
I gotta say, it's a little different when you can just spit. Me and Connor sitting in the chairs and spitting. The guest booking part, that's a little bit more difficult. That maybe we're missing.
No. Listen, quite a few people were saying. Quite a few people were like, where's the lineup? Who are the guests? Well, it turns out our guest booker is also on vacation as well. Not as easy as it seems. Not quite as easy as it seems.
First of all, you guys are doing fantastic. This is one of the proudest days of my life. This is what I've always wanted for the show to kind of exist with the people who are a part of the show and me not be able to be there. So this is tremendous. It's only happened once before. And coincidentally, it was back in 2016, October 31st, 2016, when I had just welcomed my 3rd child to the world. And now here's New York Rick welcoming his 3rd child to the world, the 2nd time that he does it with GC in the chair for the first time. I mean, this is kismet, my friends. This is crazy. So this is a beautiful thing that just transpired. First off, Mazel tov. Well, first, I've been here for like 3 minutes. I just said first off. Mazel tov to both you and Holly. I hope everyone's doing great. 2 girls and a boy, tremendous. I have 2 boys and a girl. It's great to have the mix, and I couldn't be happier for you guys. And shout out to you for not only working on Saturday, but showing up on this Monday afternoon to do this. That's incredible. So you have a very supportive wife. And shout out to GC, looking great in the plaid. Got the big boy chair. Tremendous intro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I have to say, I actually had to go out and get this. I mean, I don't want to rip on you or anything, but went to Old Navy, went to the clearance rack. I mean, 1999.
No, we don't do.
You want to know the inspiration too? I mean, if we can, I believe we have it. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
Just a little Helwani inspired shirt. I mean,
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Pretty much matches. It got this thing on clearance. I mean, they couldn't give this thing away fast enough. I lost the watch, the bracelets, the wristbands. I mean, I am fully drip free now. I am,
I have a confession.
Glasses too, right?
Glasses.
You don't usually wear glasses.
Both of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a confession. I also have that shirt, and in fact, famously, I don't know.
Nice and stiff, starchy.
This just came to mind. I believe one of the last times that Ariel and I were at an event, it was in Chicago. And we were at Media Day, and I believe we both coincidentally wore that shirt that he was wearing in that photo. I also wore a similar shirt.
Wow.
Nabi of UFC PR took a picture of the 2 of us doing a little bit of a twinning thing. So fortunately, we're not all 3 coordinated today. Yes. It'd be a little too matchy-matchy.
Yeah, Helwani not in the final.
I know. What is happening? It's Bizarro World.
Yes.
Guys, vacation Helwani, you know yourself. You know,
can we
we're
break
letting
the
our
fourth
hair
wall
down.
on vacation?
Yeah, what have you been
Helwani
up
a
to,
little
man? We see you posting, you know, it's just like good morning and
because
you're,
the
and you're
vibes-
zip lining. It feels like,
bit? The vibes are immaculate.
can we really break the fourth
wanna
wall?
break
And
them.
like, he's almost like vacation shaming us. You know, he's just like, oh, hold on, let me get back to you guys in just a minute. Just got to park my ATV. I've been four-wheeling.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, guys. Like, just got out of the water. Like, it's nice
Yeah.
here. I mean, it's ridiculous.
3 for 3 on. Oh, there I am. Yes, there's Claire and I. We went ATV riding earlier today. I mean, I like I said to you guys on text, I couldn't feel further away from our studio right now.
We know.
Must be nice.
the
Must be
text.
nice,
Yeah,
man, because we're in the trenches right now. We are anchored
No,
down,
it's
10
good.
toes down.
I'm happy someone is. I'm happy someone is. As you can see in those photos, Claire, who is riding shotgun with me, she's got some grapes in her hand. I mean, she's living the life. We got very dusty, so I had to go take a nice little bubble bath now to clean myself up.
Jets in the bubble bath?
Yeah, of course.
Champagne on ice next to it.
Absolutely. I'm missing dinner right now to do this little bit.
Poor
while
guy,
you guys
sorry.
were sleeping, I went zip lining for the first time in my life.
I just had a kid on Saturday. I've been doing a lot of sleeping. That's what's been on.
Yeah, what's
my
the
plate
zip
now.
line, man? I didn't know you had it in you.
Though?
I didn't know you had it in you.
I don't.
Can we re-rack that? I want to see it again.
Look at the form. And I had to go with my daughter because she's not. She doesn't weigh enough. You have to weigh. I think you have to weigh like at least 180 combined or something like that. So we had to do it. My mom took that. And I have to say, my heart was beating so fast. My palms were. I mean, it was one of the scariest things. And that was like a good 30 seconds. And I just kept saying to her, "I love you, Claire. I love you, Claire." And she was just laughing.
Yeah, she's not nervous at all. She's not nervous at all. She's ready to go.
And how excited were you by the end that you did it?
By the end, I felt like I had truly accomplished. Well, today I ziplined and I ATV rode for the first time in my life. Both of those for the first time in my life. So I really feel like I'm living it up. I'm YOLOing it up. I'm doing big things. So I'm very happy, but I'm happy that the show is going on. And of course, as you can tell, over the weekend, I was keeping an eye on UFC 192. I don't know how you guys do it.
So not much of an eye.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I was thinking? It's so funny you say that. I was trying to see if I'm truly getting old, and I was trying this morning to remember what 192 was, and I finally figured it out. It took me longer than usual.
Wait.
DC Gustafson in Houston.
Yes, I remember. That was one that I would have known.
Yeah, so I was just trying to compare, where we are 100 pay-per-views later. But yes, 292. I don't know how you guys watch them in the middle of the night. All the fans overseas, you guys are incredible. I don't know how you're fans of this sport, watching things at like 5, 6, 7 a.m. I just wanted to throw out some quick thoughts, and then I'm going to leave it all to you guys because I want to sit back and relax and watch this and enjoy it and download it and follow and rate, review, and comment and all those things.
Still plugging.
First, I'd be lying if I didn't say that the first thing that came to mind was like, most pay-per-views, they're tough to book. This would have been a relatively easy one to book. Sean O'Malley, a Tim Welch, a Ian Gary, a Brad Katona, a Cheeto Vera, a Petros. Like I could have gone 5, 6 deep on this post pay-per-view Monday.
I thought of this.
So that was the first thing.
I'm taking a dig. We get it.
I actually did think of you on vacation.
That wasn't a dig.
No, I don't think you were taking a dig. I was thinking of you like yesterday morning. I was like, man, I wonder if there's a little bit of Helwani. I know he's enjoying vacation, but I wonder if there's a little bit of him that's like, man, we could have had a spectacular show on this post pay-per-view Monday.
Not a little bit, a lot of it. I mean, that was the first thing. In fact, I actually apologized to some people. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not asking you to come on. It's because of this reason. I'm not in studio on Monday. So I just was like, damn. That would have been good. But anyway, I will be back soon. So want to give obviously massive props to Sean O'Malley. What a walkout. What a song choice. When you walk out to that song, they say you are. I have no idea who sings it, but it was like when I'm listening to that, I'm like, there it is. Yeah, I was like, man, this guy is calling his shot. And then you find out I spoke briefly to Tim Welch afterwards. He said it was their worst camp ever, and he could hardly grapple. The same stuff that they said afterwards as well. So I was like, damn, talk about having, confidence and self-belief. So congratulations to him. You could say what you want about the road to get to the belt. You could say what you want about him not fighting since October. You could say what you want about the resume. You can't say anything about who he beat and how he beat him. And to me, knocking out TKOing in the second round after that very close first round. Aljamain Sterling, of all people, who was on one of the great runs in the history of the bantamweight division, to do that erases any doubt that you can have. Like, that guy earned that belt. We talked, and I talked about it. He had not fought in 11 months. Maybe the resume wasn't as good, but like, you do that to Aljamain Sterling, you deserve to be champion of the world. There are no knocks that could be made about that guy, in my opinion. That was supremely impressive. That doesn't happen every day. Look at the guys that Aljamain beat: Corey Sandhagens of the world, the Petr Yans of the world, the TJ Dillstars of the world. On and on it goes. And Aljo got knocked out, TKO'd by Sean O'Malley. Beautiful sequence. Those clips of him in the locker room practicing are just tremendous. And you knew that that was good, the way in which he was going to win the fight. So that's incredible. Unfortunately for Aljamain, I don't think he's going to get an immediate rematch. Obviously Sandhagen's there, obviously Maraba's there, but if Sugar Sean truly wants to come back in December, the fight has to be Cheeto. That would be a massive co-main event to, I would think, either a Leon Colby in December or Yuri Alex, depending on what they do. Maybe they bump Yuri Alex to January and just leave John Jones in November. It's come out that John Jones doesn't want to be on the same card as Colby because of their history and the things that Colby has said about him. So it's going to be interesting to see. But if he truly does want to fight in December and Sandhagen is out and Marab is out, then I think you do the Cheeto fight. So, and I think Aljo should probably stay at 135 if you ask me. Because,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you potentially think about trying to give O'Malley a headlining show on the back of this? And I asked that for the reason they posted a finish from a pay-per-view main event, which is something that is not done, right? They are clearly giving Sean O'Malley the big push now as champion, and I believe that YouTube video had like 4.7 million views overnight, all the social media traction. Is there a possibility that you're kind of diminishing that and not taking advantage of what they're trying to build by not having him in a main event, by having him potentially as a co-main?
See, you're on your game, I'm off my game. You're 1,000% right. The reason I just went to co-main event was because of the 135 thing, and I was thinking heavier weight class. Sean O'Malley is one of the biggest stars in the sport right now. You could see the explosion. You could see everyone tweeting, talking about it. KD, it's all over the place. They posted it on social. They posted it on YouTube. 1,000,000% the next time. That was the stupidest thing I've ever said. 1,000,000% the next time he fights, he should headline. Of course he should headline, even if it's against Alex. Or now, Leon Colby, I could see them maybe giving those guys the respect. But like, he is a true blue headliner and a massive star, and deserves all that praise and connects with younger fans. So yes, absolutely. I just don't think, I see Aljo kind of campaigning a little bit. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to get an immediate rematch, unfortunately.
The timing is what becomes the issue here. They've got these fights that they need to make. They've got Colby and Leon on deck. They've got Yuri and Alex. They have to kind of squeeze these in. They've got Connor and Mike in the wings. They've got all these that they have to squeeze in. So there is going to be some ones that could have been potentially headliners that get turned into co-main. And so I get where the thought is, and I get where the intention is. But looking at the way they hard pushed Sean O'Malley after this event, it feels like they have to put him in the main. He has to have a card. It has to be the O'Malley card.
And you're 100% right. And I don't have an issue, other than maybe if I bought the pay-per-view and I'm like, damn, you posted this 5 minutes later. Like, this is the stuff that they should do. This is how you build stars. Like, people were like, oh, look at them favoring Sean O'Malley. Like, no, that's what you should do when you have a superstar on your hands. You should put the entire fight on SportsCenter. You should put it on YouTube. You should put it on social. Let the world know who this guy is, because he's that damn good and that damn entertaining, and he deserves all of that. By the way, the finish was 100% on point. Mark Goddard doesn't deserve any criticism there. And the dynamic between Suga and Cheeto is fantastic. Like, those two guys with their fan bases, they're amazing. I'm just blowing by Frank's thing because we don't have a lot of time to go back and forth there.
I know, you don't have to talk about refs.
I saw some people talking about that. That's just silly. Okay, so Sean O'Malley, superstar. He called it. You feel for Aljo. He comes back. The guy fought 3 times in less than a year. He just fought in May. Tough hand to play with, and he was a stud going in and an absolute class act going out. And he's not done by any stretch. And he'll be back. He'll be back in the title picture as well. I just don't think he gets it immediately because of the history with Cheeto. Zhang Wei Li is incredible. I would do the Tatiana fight right now. What are we waiting for? All due respect to Yan Xiaonan. If I'm her, I let them two beat each other up, and then I fight the winner. If they have the China thing planned, obviously it makes more sense to do that fight there. But to me, why are we delaying the inevitable? Tatiana versus Zhang Wei Li is one of the best female title fights that they can make, period, in the history of the UFC, dating back to 2013 when Ronda debuted. I want to see that fight. It feels inevitable that Tatiana is going to fight for the belt. What are we doing beating around the bush, especially with their health issues? Let's go. Let's do it right now. That's my take on the co-main event. Ian Gary talking about someone who called his shot. Unbelievable, like what he put out there. And then doing that thing on Friday. And like, you're like, man, if you slip up, you are going to get killed.
For those that missed, there was an open workout at a bar. He was basically at a bar doing a greet, and he's working out in the bar, full pads, doing the whole thing, letting people know I'm here in Boston to do some work.
Working out, no ring, no anything in there. Yeah. Like they just cleared the people out and he was just front and center in the bar working out on the floor with people.
He's doing a brilliant job, and he's really getting people behind him. I would put him in Dublin next. This to me feels like there's one more, and then you're in the title picture if you're Ian Gary. What are you waiting for? Put him in the Dublin. Put him in the top 5 Dublin fight now, and have him headline, and then have him be in the title picture next year. But maybe it's too late. Maybe it's too late in the game to book that.
It seems like Dana White is alluding to wanting him in New York. They've kind of, Dana has alluded to, like, I have laid out the blueprint for building the Irish Star. It's going to be New York, and then maybe headlining Dublin. And Gary said, I'd rather fight in Vegas, taxes high in New York, but it seems like that we might be seeing Ian later this year, and then maybe Dublin next.
And all 6 of his UFC fights so far have been in the States.
Yes.
Be crazy to see him.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? Because he could have fought in London. No, he's done a tremendous job. Didn't love the stuff with Neil and the kid and all that. I get, like, I don't know. Neil Magny seems like one of the most liked fighters in the UFC. Scumbag, middle finger.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but look, he's hyped up. He's young, and he was grabbing onto something, and he delivered. Like, that was as dominant as can be against a really tough guy to be dominant against. So he is a superstar as well, and he has called to have that confidence and back it up every step of the way. And the amazing thing about him is his first couple UFC fights, it was kind of like a little come see, come sa. Like, he got rocked. The opponents weren't tremendous. You were like, okay, let's see if he is truly something to write home about. And now, as the competition has gotten better, he gets better, which is amazing, right? Like D-Rod, Neil, like, he continues to get better. So I can't wait to see him in Dublin, and in MSG, of course, would make a lot of sense. Him versus Wonderboy seems to be the direction, but let's see what ultimately happens. Spoke about someone wants to chime in. Sorry, I'm going a little long here.
I wanted to propose something. Feel free to disagree. It seems like he has the momentum that maybe Paddy kind of had initially. It seems like he's kind of taken the baton and run with that, with especially the level of activity, especially the way much, obviously the comparison to Conor is never going to go away, and that's what it's going to be. But calling your shot, now delivering, absolutely dominating Neil Magny, having the next step in mind, right? Now he wants Wonder Boy. He seems very sure, very focused, has the path kind of laid out for him. And soon, if he's headlining in Dublin, I feel like the roof comes off his potential, right? He becomes one of the biggest stars in the sport, the way O'Malley has also kind of called his shot and called his path along the way. It seems like he's the guy who has that momentum. Whereas if you asked me early on, it seemed like it would have been Paddy, right? And now I feel like with the injury, with the split decision against Jared Gordon, he's kind of cooled, and Ian Gary has slid very much into that spot where he's taking the baton and running with it.
100%. Obviously, the fan bases are a little different, right? UK versus Ireland, but he is past Paddy at this point in terms of strength of schedule. Like, Paddy doesn't have a Neil Magny on his resume, and he, Jared Gordon, D-Rod, maybe you give Gordon a bit of the nudge there, like the nod in terms of like who's better and who's more accomplished, but he doesn't have a Neil Magny type. So yes, at this point, I would say, and everything he's doing with his social media and all that, he's really making a strong push. So credit to him. Thrilled for Cheeto. Obviously, we love Cheeto here, and he bounced back in a big way against a tough opponent. And if he, who would have thought back in March when he's losing to Corey Sandhagen like that he could be fighting for the belt in December? That's a crazy turn of events. 135 is just bananas, but it's completely opened up now, including for the likes of Petr Yan, who felt like he was in purgatory. Now all of a sudden, Yan could say like, hey, let me run it back. Or if Cheeto wins or if Sandhagen wins, Yan could be like, yo, what about me? So that's, that's obviously a great thing. I'll let you guys talk about Tough. Congratulations to the winners. It is a little weird that there's a 2-time winner now. Like, what did we really accomplish? We already knew he was an Ultimate Fighter winner. Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Do you think Team McGregor won? I mean, Brad Katona, winner of 135, Halaba, winner of 155. That's 1-1 Team Chandler, Team McGregor, and then the coach's challenge, Team McGregor won.
Okay, but
sure.
Here's the thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. You would know this better than me.
I would know.
Was Katona not Team Chandler
Sure,
and then switch.
If you want to play technicalities, but what color was he wearing when he got to hoist the clear glass
trophy? He was
trophy?
always McGregor. He was SPG. He was always SPG.
Yeah. My biggest issue with it is that they didn't bring out his original tough trophy, that they didn't give him the double trophies in the octagon. They didn't give him that moment. They stole him of that moment.
2 belts at MSG. Yeah, they 100%. Like, you had a historic moment and you weren't ready for it. I cannot wait to sit back and hear you dissect. And I hope, I don't even know what you have planned for the show, to be honest, but I need a full breakdown of that 6-minute voice note that he left yesterday. I mean, I listened to it 3 times. It was unbelievable. Like, the at one point when he's talking about Brad, like, I'd like to know, like, where you got the motivation now and all this stuff. Like, it's just, the whole thing is riveting. Obviously, the top story is him saying December 16th, no dice anymore, which I think we all kind of saw coming, but I can't wait for that breakdown. One last thing, and then I'm going to leave you guys alone.
Please.
Much love to Chris Weidman to come back after 2.5 years and to just step foot in the octagon after that injury is nothing short of amazing. One of the true good guys in the history of the sport. It broke my heart. Brad Tavares did nothing wrong. He did what he had to do to win. But let's let Chris Weidman decide when it's time to go. Remember, he wasn't getting knocked out. He wasn't getting outclassed. That's a massive, massive, massive injury that he just had to overcome. And it involved multiple surgeries. I think he deserves one more chance. And if it's on in the UFC, then, you know, God bless. But I don't think that Chris Weidman, I don't think it's fair to come back after a 2.5-year surgery to fight all the way back and lose to a solid veteran who had a great game plan and then be told it's time to hang it up. I don't think on that night Chris Weidman deserved that. And I don't think that Dana White was being malicious. I don't want this to come across as being malicious. I think it actually came from a place of care and love because he likes Chris, as he said, and his family and Matt Serra and all those guys. But I think Chris deserves another crack. And I don't think on that night he deserved any of that rhetoric. So I was happy to see him back. I was bummed for him that it didn't work out. Tavares had a great game plan and he did what he had to do to win. And I hope that Chris, you know, isn't too down right now, because just coming back to me is a victory in its own right. I know that's not what he wanted, but to come all the way back from that is truly one of the most amazing things that we've seen, because it ended up being worse than the Anderson injury because he had to have multiple surgeries and things were going wrong. So much love to Chris Weidman, one of the great guys, and much love to you guys. You guys are doing any things. Can I just sit back and watch the show now?
Enjoy. Go to your Michelin meal.
It.
Go to your restaurant, your Michelin star restaurant. Enjoy your dinner.
Skydiving on jet, whatever else you
whatever adventures. I mean, this man, like, he's too afraid to touch a door handle when we're in the office because of the germs. But now you're ATVing, you're zip lining. I mean, it's unbelievable scenes over there.
Hey, shout out to my guy Danny Rick for the sweatshirt. You guys know what FEA stands for?
No, tell me.
Walter, close your ears. Fuck them all.
Hey.
Before I let you go, last note. Though that would have been a nice outro. The pencil thing is great, man. I feel like I'm conducting a conversation over here, and I got plenty of them. I mean, you're gonna come back. You're gonna have plenty of pencils. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I'm ready to roll on some UFC 292 talk. I mean, this and that and bang and boom. I mean, we're ready to roll here. Number 2s. To Conderoga's.
Why does this hotel 6 black number 2 pencils right in front of me? It's bizarre.
Leaving you a sharpener as well. That's on the house. Don't even worry about Venmo and me.
Thank you.
That's for you.
Thank you.
You must say we've improved the space. No, like I feel like the decoration, the renovation has been great.
Great.
I don't know if I ever want to come back, if I'm being honest.
We'll see it when we see you, man. Maybe just next time you're in New York, hit us up. Maybe we can have you in studio, get some darts going.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
See you when we see
you. You're doing a great job. Muzzle tough to the family, Rick. GC, you're killing it. Everyone's killing it back there. I actually do miss you guys. I can't, like I said, I cannot feel further away from the studio, but this is a treat for me to sit back and relax and watch an episode. And I'll be back in 2 weeks. Have a great rest of the show. Much love to the chat. I love you all.
Much love to the chat. We'll see you in September.
Peace. I'm out of here. Take care, guys.
His mic is out.
Wow, what a treat that was.
There we go. Ariel Helwani on the show there, joining the MMA Hour. Thanks so much to him. I hope he is enjoying that vacation, and now it's just the two of us.
I mean, finally, right?
Then there were two. Honestly, I mean, now you said his mic was out. He can't hear us.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.